What up, nation? This is your local admin here. So today I've got some stuff I'm gonna try and put on the Avalanche. Getting it backed up here a little bit. But my first video, I'm gonna do like a box opening and we'll see what we got and see if we can get it put on, and hopefully it helps some of you guys out there. Let's see what it does. Of the old ones, stock lights with just some bright inserts, but I've got a LED kit that I think a lot of you like, and we'll see if, how hard it is to put them in there. So let's do this. So what's up, nation? I don't have a phone mount to do any of these, which maybe I'll get one eventually, but let's just go ahead and give this a try. So today I picked up some 3-inch LED pods. We're gonna go ahead and replace the stock housings with these ones, which is pretty cool. Picked them up from Diode Dynamics. They're actually located in St. Louis, which isn't far from me, which is awesome. And surprisingly, the guy is also he's a member of the nation. He's got an awesome Avalanche. So let's go ahead and check them out. See what they look like in the box, shall we? Comes with this little sheet of paper, structure how to check them out. Thanks for the purchase. Comes with a cool little Diode Dynamics decal. Might have to slap that on something later. Comes with 2 little boxes inside of it. One is definitely heavier than the other one, so let's check it out here. Starting with the light one. Opening it up. Looks like we got, look at that, plug and play connectors. So this looks like this is gonna be an easy install. Everything, mounting bolts, all nicely packaged. Instructions, awesome. We got some bezels here. Looks like these are thinner, and then there's some other ones in case you want to put the thicker bezels in. I guess we'll have to see which ones fit that. All right, we got those. And I believe these are, oh yeah, these are the lights. Comes with some more cool little decals. Can't really see them because they're like white on white. There you go. Wonder what, those would probably look cool on a tinted out window. Wrap it up. Got them both here in this box. Pull them out, nicely packaged. Seems like some super high quality lights here. Oh yeah, got the, nice. And luckily, I have a power source here, so we might just plug them in and see how bright they are. I might break my camera lens. I'll get both of those out. Nothing else in this box. That's it there. All right, let's check this out. Grab one of these connectors, which looks like this would be the stock connector that you should be able to unplug your lights and plug right into this. Unfortunately, I don't have a jumper for that, so we might have to do a little finagling so I don't blow something up. This plugs right in here. Nice weather connector pack. Ooh, nice and snug. Get that in there. Now, you know, I should probably check real quick to make sure that, like a lot of LEDs, red is not always positive anymore. Sometimes it's black. Usually they're black and white wires. Doesn't look like there's a diagram. Slight gap at the bottom. See, it's got important little instructions there. And so I have here a battery with 12 volts. I'm just going to try and get this ground wire, which it doesn't say which one's which. I don't know if it twisted. I better not do this yet. I don't want to blow them up, but I definitely want to see. 1 and 2, doesn't have any markings on there for me to test that right. Oh, let's try this. I'll take the one I haven't put the wire on. And I can see from the plug right here, y'all can see it's red and black, and it's got a marking on the plug, says 1 and 2. So referencing that, I should have a 1 and a 2 right there. I should be able to get the ground right in there on the ground. which is the number 2 prong. And then I got this cover on this, so nope, I can't fit it in there. And that's gonna be sketchy, but let's see if I can do it without blowing something up. Oh, popped it off there. Like I said, bear with me, this is my first video. And I'm soon to have a nice little power source so I can test stuff like this a little bit safer. Let's see what we get. Ooh, look at that. We got some power, baby. He's gonna be bright. So now that I know they work, I'll now go out to Avalanche and start removing some of the old stuff. Now I don't have a camera mount, so probably just gonna do a couple little videos here and there and try and mesh all this up. But let's give it a try. Y'all can make fun of me later.
So when we bought this Avalanche 5 or 6 years ago, somebody else had already wired all this stuff in. Now I'd replaced the bulbs because one of them was out. We went for a little bit brighter light, like in that previous section of video. You could see how bright they were, which are still pretty bright, but all this extra stuff just seems unnecessary, and as you can see, it's getting corroded and it's just a mess. Hopefully they didn't hack nothing up when they put this in, but I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble all this and we'll see what it looks like from the front with it taken out.
All right, so I got the old one out, and the easiest way I found to do that is with a little bitty screwdriver and pushing on these tabs from the back side, and push one side out at a time, and then the whole thing comes out. And then I noticed, and once you get that out, you might be able to just push the whole light off. Hold on one second. Like I said, I ain't got no camera mount. These little pieces come off. Now, I don't know if we'll need these yet or not. I know one of them's been broken from previous installations, but that kit comes with new brackets. It's supposed to take the place of these from the stock housing. And here's all the other stuff I got out of there that came with that, which these lights were bright, but these HID ballasts, sometimes they take a minute to load, so you turn it on, it's kind of dim for a minute, and then they get bright. But I mean, these have probably been on there for 6 or 7 years, and they still work fine. Like I said, all I did was replace the bulbs with a brighter one. I got off the eBay's or Amazon. But all right, let's see about getting the new ones mounted in the hole and see how that looks. All right, now we got the old ones out, got the new ones set up here. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first saw this, I thought, oh man, they're the same way. I figured one would have to be opposite for, you know, driver side, passenger side. But after taking these out, thank GM for, you know, saving us on parts costs. They make the same bracket for both sides, so the same light works on either side. General Motors has always been pretty good about that and making parts universal. So now I guess all I have to do is figure out which one of these bezels I want to use, thick or thin, and get it fitted. And I will say the toughest part of this job so far has just been getting these little tabs pushed in and the old lights pulled out. Other than that, it seems like this is gonna be a pretty straightforward swap. So one more thing I thought I'd show, which might help somebody, is getting these brackets mounted to the lights. It says the plug is supposed to be on the bottom, which the lower plug-in is always down low. And then I'll show you that you put the screw in there. You'd think it'd be self-tapping, but they just left a little slot. So you take the lock nut, and of course it's not the easiest, and it always helps to have a little screwdriver, flathead preferably, sometimes magnetic helps. Just jam that in there. Then you put the washer on the Allen, which I'll post on the link what size that is. And the fact that I'm just using a little screwdriver and the Allen, pretty much it's about the only tools I've used so far. So, well, besides these were bolted on. That was a 7/16, but that don't count because yours won't have it if you don't have these on there. So let's see how this goes, man. I can't wait to get these on there, see how they look. All right, so I picked the smaller of the two bezels to try it first. You have to reuse your old little snap-ins, which sometimes I guess they'll stay in. I couldn't get my old lights to pull out with those still in there, but it should just be as easy as guiding the wire in, lining those up, and and then pushing it. Shit is in there. Seems like there's a slight little gap, which I don't like that. So we might take that thin bezel off and slap the thick one in, see how it looks from there. So got that back out, got the thicker bezel on there, and I gotta say, it fits nice and snug. I think it looks pretty good. Now I wish they could, maybe Dynamic Diodes will offer some, maybe some color matched ones as an option if you want black or white. But I kind of like the offset. We pretty much got the black and the white kind of mixed anyway, so I'm excited. Let's get the other one on and turn them on. All right, as a little experiment, I was trying to figure out if I could get the small one to fit better like I did earlier. I got the big one on, I like how it fits, but I thought maybe if I adjusted this all the way down and put the small one on, it fits snug. But what I ran into is the cooling fins then stick out above this little lip here of the bracket, and that hits this right here, and you can't get it to shove in. So hopefully that'll help somebody, because I wrestled with it for about 5 or 10 minutes. And like I said, I get you it's a 5/32 Allen wrench, fits those. You can't adjust them once you get them in, so it's pretty much just tighten them up. I try to get mine just even. It's pretty square there. If you wanted to aim the light up a little bit, I guess you could angle it, but I wanted mine square and straight. I'm more so looking at the ground and lighting up the path in front of me than the air, the sky, or the ground. So I'll get the thicker bracket popped on this one real quick, get it slapped in there. But overall, so far, I like this kit. Ease of install is pretty good. There's nothing I ran into that was too troubling. These have little tabs on them. As you can see, it's got like a flat spot with that lip. You just line up one of these cracks with that, pop it on, and then that keeps it from pushing forward all the way in, right there. And you should just be able to push it right in there. The only thing I didn't like was the kit did not include new ones of these, and as you can tell, this one broke. It wasn't for me, it was broken before I had taken it out. But if the kit comes with a new set of these, that'd be awesome. Maybe some rubber grommet ones, something to ease out on some of the vibrations. But overall, this kit was actually easy. So I'm almost done with the lights. Kind of got distracted with some day stuff, but none of that matters because the camera cut feed stuff will all pan through here. But I thought I'd show you all something else. It should have been a cut and dry install, really, if my lights were stock. But nope, somebody else had to mess with it, and I'll show you kind of what happened. So here is, minus this piece here, here is the light kit that somebody else had put in. Stock housing, HID plug or light, attaches right in there. Cool. Comes with this connector, this power thing, the actual ballast, which all this still works. I just wanted something that looked a little bit cleaner, kind of get rid of this older, worn out cover, make it look kind of cool. That's what you do. So I unplugged this from the harness, wired in all the other lights, and then I got to this. This plugs into the light, the new one. This is supposed to plug in to this harness. Well, this plug here that comes with this kit is different than this one. So that one won't come in. This is supposed to plug into your stock harness. But they cut and splice this one into the harness, which has its own little sub harness here. It plugs in, there's a little plug in the frame, so you can actually unplug that and, replace it. Well, I thought I could do that, or I could butt connect this, cut this piece off and butt connect that and do the same thing. But then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just try and find a replacement. Well, the replacements are $20 a piece, which, 20 bucks ain't much, but, it could be here in, Amazon or eBay or wherever, it could be anywhere for a couple days or a week. Well, I want to get this done today. So I took this little sub harness out. I'm going to go ahead and cut and splice that in, even though that's the last thing I want to do. But I'm going to make it look a lot better than this. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. So as the saying goes, you know, there's 100 ways to skin a cat. Everybody has their own ways of doing stuff. I like buying these cheap kits because they're cheaper, but these little plastic pieces on them are no good. They're not heat shrinkable. They look like crap. Usually when you crimp them, it deforms them. It lets water in, all kinds of stuff. You can buy the expensive heat shrink ones. That's cool if you want to. I like buying the big kits because I do a lot of wiring anyways. I've got my good little set of crimpers, cutters, good knife. And what I usually do is peel that off, and then that just leaves me the metal piece, which is almost as thick as the wire with the case. So I get all these cut, I'll crimp them together. I slide some heat shrink over it. I've got me a nice little heat gun there I've had for years. And I try to do it as professional as possible so I don't have to worry about it coming apart. So I'll get this together and show you what it looks like. Kind of want to show you what I did, a little before and after, kind of, I guess, in progress way of doing it. There's many different ways to crimp wires. Like I said, you can use those big, nasty looking plastic red butt connectors, but I don't like to, so I just use a little piece of heat shrink, cut, go over it, take all the plastic off of it, crimp it, then I'll slide this piece of heat shrink over the top of both of those, all the way to the hilt there, and then heat shrink it, and then I've got plenty of this wire loom. I always have a roll of it, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 inch, and then I put it on there, cut it to length, put a little tape at the end just like OEM does, and now I have a full harness for my Diode Dynamics LEDs. So I'll get this one finished up, and I think we'll finally be able to see what it looks like. So finally, after a whole day, I got my lovely assistant in the truck. Say hi, nation. So go ahead, start her up, babe. All right, whenever you're ready, turn on them fog lights. All right, I like it. I'll get another video, or I'll post a picture of them at night. Man, they look good. So much better than the old ones. All right, well, hopefully you guys like this video as much as I hated doing it. Hope you have a happy Memorial Day weekend.